In all seriousness, this is the problem is that one, she came from money. So we all know somebody that came from money. Their standards are not regular people's standards because they came from money. So she's already at the part where she comes from money. And now she has money of her own. Her average to the average woman is extraordinary or exceptional, I would bet. Because again, she really thinks that like you said, she's around niggas that make 20 million. So a nigga making one might seem like that's the average to him. But to y'all, a nigga making $1 million a year changes your life. To her, she's like, well, I make 2.5 million, so I make more money than you. And she's saying she wants somebody in her ballpark. It's just gonna be based on proximity. Any woman that is surrounded by celebrities on a daily basis, where the majority of people she interacts with, that she talks to, communicates with, on any level, are all successfully, high value men. Her definition of average is going to be based off of those men, given her proximity.
You got though.
Right, if you know, see, this is the thing. This is no, this is the thing. Like, what if you with a girl and you telling her everything, you telling her the truth, because girls like, I want to know, and you rolling with that. It gets to a certain point where the girl will be rolling with that, and then all of a sudden they just mind change, like, oh, but this is how we met, this is how we got down. Now
women
all of a
are
sudden,
not designed to be that way.
Men are designed to be that way.
I didn't say men.
Oh,
women are not designed to be that way. Women play mind games with themselves and pretend that they will be okay with that. And that's why historically a woman will say they're okay with something and a year later be tripping, putting your business out there, losing their mind, because women, and I advise women on this constantly, if you are, you're not capable of being with a man like that, don't put yourself in a position to be with a man like that.
Then why do y'all all want a man like that?
I don't. So I can't speak for it. What kind of man do
you want?
I want a man that wants me and me, and is wise enough and emotionally mature enough and self aware.
You don't.
How you know what I want?
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? You want an attractive guy?
No.
Oh, you want
I don't care about looks. I don't care about looks.
What about financially? Is he financially attractive?
Financially, you don't have to be super rich to be with me. No. You could be cool. I could be cool. I'm not going to be with someone broke because I attract what I am, and I'm not a broke person. That's a mindset and mentality, and that's where you are in life.
You could date like a bus driver?
I can't date a bus driver, no.
So who is this guy? Like, because it's like a mystery, nigga. Like, you want to get a piece of paper and draw him and like hang him up so we can actually see, like, what's the outline of this nigga? Like, what he's ugly.
I don't say he's ugly.
I'm saying.
I said he doesn't have to be like the finest man in the world, right?
So out of 10, he's a
5, 7.
Wait, 5 and 7 is a dangerous level. Like, come on, like that's crazy.
Medium ugly, medium ugly.
Medium ugly.
Example, I don't care about height.
No, I don't care about a nigga. Just say a nigga that's medium ugly.
This is crazy. I don't have no nigga.
No, just say a nigga. Somebody famous.
Medium
anybody. Just a
ugly.
man that's medium ugly.
Like Martin Lawrence is medium ugly.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good one.
Okay, and he gotta have what?
You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be
What type of bread
poppin'.
though? Like make a year.
I think it would be a bread that could match my pockets so we can build together. Like, I have this money, you have this money, and we could build together because 2 is better than 1.
How old is he?
Older probably.
Wait, so you want a medium ugly, old, unsuccessful man?
I'm not saying he's unsuccessful. Success isn't a success. No.
So we on 2 different
Hold
islands.
on. Success is relative. What does success means to you? Success means
success in Los Angeles, California. It just says
success
what it
is different for everybody. What I find successful could be that I'm happy, I live good, I feel good, I'm healthy. That's success to me. Success is driven by wealth. First of all, you come from money.
Mm-hmm.
I come from money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the driving force for me, because when you see it and you're raised by it, that doesn't attract you in the same way it attracts somebody who never seen it. They're hungry, they're hustlers, they're desperate. I don't have that desperation inside of me. I have a different type of drive. I've seen money without love, and I know what that fucking looks like. So for me, that's never been the goal for me.
What year did you see money without love?
In the year that my parents were married, my whole fucking life.
How do you know?
What do you mean, how do I know?
I'm saying, but that's a total different generation than what we in right now. I'm talking about it. Where have you seen any of your friends with money without love be successful right now? Any of your peers or anybody, or are you just the one in a million? You the needle in a haystack to just only think like this. Name me one person that think like this. That's a peer to you. Do you have a friend that believes these same beliefs?
Yeah, I do. I have really dope
ugly
friends.
Nigga. 50
I'm not saying ugly. Stop doing the ugly nigga
okay,
shit.
a medium ugly
I
nigga
said, like,
that's
I'm
50
not
years
big
old.
on looks. I'm big on energy.
How old is it? 50 years old?
Or like whatever. It could be any age. But I mean, it could be any age. I don't know what age.
Okay, so
is.
I love you. God bless you.
Thank
You're
you.
a great woman.
Thank you.
I ain't doing none of that shit.
What are you not doing?
Nothing you talking about.
Well, that's why we're different people.
Yeah, but like, that just sound like an LL, like you ugly and broke.
I didn't say they were broke. I said that they had to match me. That's not broke. I just said I'm not a broke woman and I don't have a broke mindset, and I never came from
I can't relate because I think that even in my position, I don't know if P can relate to this, but it's like,
well, Martin gotta be medium ugly. That was crazy, Paul.
Yeah, Martin, where he medium ugly, and he worth $300 million. The rest of us cooked.
Wait, first of all, Martin, women was falling all over Martin back in the 90s. Martin was dead.
He was funny though.
She's young.
No,
bro.
women thought Martin was fine. I didn't
young.
understand it, but yo,
she's young, so she's not. She doesn't remember that. Like he was on Def Comedy Jam, talking about you laughing so hard you're gonna suck my dick in between jokes, and coming from backstage with his pulling his pants up. Like they don't remember that version of Martin. All they know is like Bad Boys 4, Martin, maybe Bad Boys 3, when he was all swollen and shit. But I always thought Young Berg was gifted musically, right? And I thought that's, that doesn't have anything to do with his intelligence, but the way that he comported himself on that show and the arguments that he made and the points he made, there's nothing you can argue with. Like not one. Every time she said some weird shit, he called her on it, and she softened it a little bit. But again, that's what she does. She used to have a show where she was on there with Opulent 6, and he would be cooking her the entire, like every episode. You see him just beating her up. I appreciate how Young Berg did it with like a little bit of like kid gloves, so to speak. He didn't just go out there and be like, "Bitch, stop lying." He explained to her how she wasn't being rational, how she wasn't being logical or genuine in what she was saying. So the nigga was smart. I don't have any pushback for anybody or anything anybody said.
I wanted to bring something to attention. It seems as if she has a terrible idea of what average is, right? Because I think this is where the disconnect is. Most people, in this particular case, her, think that they're seeking something that is reasonable, right? And that's where we get the problem, because she thinks it's reasonable. But you can tell that she's not reasonable based on her assessment, right? Pause. But Martin wouldn't technically be a 5, right? And I'm not basing that based on how I look, just based on how people react to him, right? And
wait, hold on.
Then she said a dude could be. Go ahead. What was you gonna ask?
Are we talking about purely looks, right?
I was getting to something else, but you stopped me. Okay. And secondly, which is even this part's more important actually, she said that the dude doesn't have to be rich, but she mentioned he has to just be what she makes, right? He has to be equivalent to what she makes. But she also mentioned that she comes from money. And she's doing a podcast with Paul Pierce that's very successful. So what she thinks is reasonable for money wise, I'm sure she eliminates at least 90% of men because they're not making that type of income. But yet she still feels like she's being reasonable. And I think that's the disconnect. And I don't think it's any fault to her per se. I think it's more just of the ignorance that she doesn't realize what she's asking for is unreasonable. And that could be based on the circles that she's around, because she's normally around a lot of high caliber guys, as you can see. That's what she's going to be surrounded by. So that's her circle. So maybe she does have more access. But when she starts to want other things and add to it, she doesn't even realize or have a good barometer of what average is or how unreasonable it is based on what's available. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Shrev, I would push back on the idea that she's being unreasonable, only because I think her point of view is shaped from her experience. And I think she may be around these type of men, and these may be the type of men that she often dates, which is why she thinks it's average, right? Because she might see men who she thinks are rich, and they might be making 10, 20 million a year. And she like, oh yeah, average guy, he probably making $1 million a year or 500,000, because that's what she's exposed to, versus the average woman who her experience isn't shaped around those type of men, right? So that I think that it might be actually reasonable for her.
Hey, man, did anybody else just hear me say that same shit just now, or was that just because I'm pretty sure I was like, all right, because of her circle and who she's surrounded by, she'll have a different barometer of what she thinks is, and I also didn't fault her for it, because I think that she believes she's reasonable based on what she's exposed to.
Y'all said the exact same thing.
But so I was saying that I think she's reasonable. Were you saying that you still think that you switched to she has a reasonable position?
I never said that.
No, I'm asking because my point of view is that she is being reasonable, and you disagree or you agree?
I think that she believes she's being reasonable based on what she's exposed to. But overall, based on what's available, is it rational or reasonable to think that you can easily obtain that type of man? That's where I find flaw in her reasoning.
Okay. And I was just saying that I think it's reasonable because she probably, I think that she gets her perspective from her experience. So her date, like she's on a podcast with Paul Pierce, right? Young Berg is talking,
bro.
Yeah,
how are you saying the exact shit I just said and so you pushing back on it?
No, because we still have different positions.
Hello,
right?
motherfucker. Hello, motherfucker.
No.
Hello, motherfucker. Hello,
my position is she's reasonable because this is what she has access to. Like Young Berg said, I saw the rest of the interview. Young Berg is like, yeah, I DM'd you the other day when you posted this or whatever. Like she's getting DMs from her friends, like Hitmaker, and she's on a podcast with her friend Paul Pierce. I'm saying I think she's being reasonable because this is what she has access to.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said it's reasonable to her.
Okay, so he agrees that she is reasonable from her perspective. Like we're not talking. She can find this.
Oh my God, bro! What? Y'all niggas just said the same shit.
I thought everybody else heard that shit.
Like,
I don't know. Maybe just being a contrarian today. I don't know. I think it's just being a contrarian, but that's fine.
Y'all said the same shit. You just said it in the Mont voice, so that's why the girls think it made more sense. Like, what the fuck?
No, towards the end of his spiel, he did taper and say, well, maybe she gets this perspective from like what she's exposed to or something like that. But he didn't change his position to she's actually being pretty reasonable.
Y'all both said the bitch is just back like that because of proximity. It's the same fucking thing. Like that's literally what you just said.
It's very interesting how we can say the same thing and still have different positions.
No.
How do you have different positions, bro?
Hey, Trev, turn on the deep voice effect on your roadcaster, and I bet you the women hear it then.
Hey, look. No, but real shit. I think that most of the women heard it the first time.
Okay, cool. I mean, if y'all think we said the same thing, cool. I'm
arrest me, daddy. This is the mock voice. If I say anything, it means the rest of you
all good. Anybody else had any thoughts on that? You could feel free to disagree as long as it's a valid disagreement. That's fine.
Personally, I feel like all of them are unreasonable. They're reasonable in their tax bracket, but it is an unreasonable like opinion or outlook for the average person. Like it's reasonable that those men don't meet genuine women. You got too much money. You got a lot of fame. People want to attach themselves to you. Women are attracted to your things. The men without things need to have something else to attach them to for someone else to attach to, like personality, kindness, integrity. Like they can afford to cheat and not have integrity, no character, zero personality. The average man cannot. She contradicted herself, and I think that she is a bit unreasonable. But I think that she's reasonable in the men that she wants to go after because she is in another tax bracket, but she is also surrounded by a lot of different people. A woman like me can't hold her same view about men because I am an average woman with access to average men. So I think it's all unreasonable just, for us sitting here. Mine is Willie and mine. Y'all don't count. But for the rest of us, regular
True don't count neither does Trev.
Well, they count a little bit more. Hold on, because I'm pointing the wrong way. Let me point this way.
Well, I'm as average as they come.
No, y'all do not live an average lifestyle. Y'all don't even live close to an average lifestyle. I don't know what type of lifestyle Trev and True.
Y'all already said y'all some
above average.
They may be all above average, but them niggas in the comments are not. So I just want us to act act our wage, act our tax bracket. And I just think that all of them are unreasonable. I think that it's fun to listen to, but I can't relate personally. I don't go after above average men because I'm not an above average woman.
But wait, isn't she really just saying, I want somebody in my social economic status and he ain't got to be cute. He just got to fit. Like, and I think a lot of, well, okay, I can't say a lot because I run in different circles and most of my people are hyper religious. So I will say, at least what I think is that a lot of women are okay with people in their tax bracket or social economic status. Willie's like, oh, no.
We don't see that on this panel. We don't see that on this very panel of women that we have in this ecosystem. We don't see that here. None of us do. But you might be the only person to say that out loud at first, but the rest of it, nobody is gonna be like, oh yeah, I want a nigga who makes as much money as me. I make 75,000, so I'll take a man that makes 76. None of y'all say that.
Who told this nigga how to work his shit?
They don't know how to work my shit, but I just see the value of it because niggas listen to you when you talk. Like you even get the hyena bitches to listen to you.
But I mean, now I gotta look at
that nigga gay.
Well, I would say that is a then what is it? That's a goal that people, should be looking at their peers. And if you don't want to look at your peers, then climb a ladder. I don't know.
But in all seriousness, this is the problem is that one, she came from money. So we all know somebody that came from money. Their standards are not regular people's standards because they came from money. True. So she's already at the part where she comes from money. And now she has money of her own. Her average to the average woman is extraordinary or exceptional, I would bet. Because again, she really thinks that like you said, she's around niggas that make 20 million. So a nigga making one might seem like that's the average to him, but to y'all, a nigga making $1 million a year changes your life. To her, she's like, well, I make 2.5 million, so I make more money than you. And she's saying she wants somebody in her ballpark. It's just gonna be based on proximity. Any woman that is surrounded by celebrities on a daily basis, where the majority of people she interacts with, that she talks to, communicates with, on any level, are all successfully, high value men. Her definition of average is going to be based off of those men, given her proximity. So I don't think we can knock her for that. But when he asked her about, what does average mean, and then she still said the same shit, that's where she fucked up.